ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́ Crown Wealth Bọ́lájí mo kí ẹ káàárọ̀ wá òní o. Ẹ̀yin tá à ń sọ fún pé Tinubu ti lọ gbógun wá pẹ̀lú àwọn Niger ẹ̀ ń dá ọ̀tẹ̀. Mo sọ fún yín pé Tinubu Jagaban òun ló máa gbógun wọ Nàìjíríà, òun ló máa ṣe kíni, òun ló máa gbé ogun wọ Nàìjíríà. Ẹ sọ fún mi pé lọ́ọ́ ni pé kágbẹ́nu dákẹ́, ẹnu ẹni gbogbo àjẹmọ́ ni àlàáfíà ni gbogbo wa àkúbó ṣe lọ. Mr. Abdul, what do you have to say about Olori Naomi case? A ti sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí ìbéèrè ilé táwa náà ṣe nísìnyí wọ́n ń bú wa lójoojúmọ́ ni, àbí ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́? Mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí kéèsì Naomi àti brọ́dà mi Oríyọmí Hamzat. Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem, ìlú òfò ní Nàìjíríà. Oúnjẹ ni mo fẹ́ ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín báyìí nísìn, mo fẹ́ dín ẹyin fún wọn láàárọ̀ yìí. Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem, òun gangan ni tẹ́bí ò bá pàwọn èèyàn. Ṣebí mo rí fídíò tí sísítà mi Naomi, ẹ jẹ́ lọ òbí ẹ̀ máa ó dà kí mo post ẹ̀, èyí tó ṣe ní 2019, kò sí problem, kò sẹ́ni tó kú, àbọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ yẹn nísìn. So kí ló wá fa ikú? Àní Nàìjíríà gangan ni problem. Nigeria is the problem. Nàìjíríà gangan ni a ní láti dí pẹ̀lú. Bá ṣe ń fẹ́ dí pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà làwọn èèyàn ń bú wa lójoojúmọ́, wọ́n ní ká fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀. You want scramble this, you said? Ẹ̀yin ni mo fẹ́ dín fáwọn ọmọ yín láàárọ̀ nísìn. So you want scrambled egg? Ẹ̀yin ò ní mo fẹ́ dín fáwọn ọmọ yín láàárọ̀ yìí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìyá tó lọ bá Olórí Naomi níbi tó ti ń ṣe àjọyọ̀, tó bá yẹ kó ti jẹun láàárọ̀ kó tó lọ ni, tó dẹ̀ ní owó lákàùnt, kódà ó ṣeé ṣe pé ó lè fẹ́ lọ kó tún máa change mind ẹ̀ pé òun lọ, kí lòun fẹ́ lọ ṣe ń bẹ̀. Ọmọ Bọ́lájí brọ́dà mi, mo kí ẹ jàre, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn mi. Àbọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ yẹn nísìn, ẹyin méjì làwọn ọmọ kéékèèké máa jẹ, bọ́ọ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́ tán mi máa bá wọn jẹ. Torí àgbàlagbà gan ẹyin don't come to here o, don't come in here because I'm already live now. Torí ìgbà ló máa ta kọ́kọ́ débi báyìí nísìn. So ọmọ kékeré gan ẹyin méjì ló gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ, òun lélẹ̀ nísìn, ẹyin méjì lọmọ kékeré gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ, àgbàlagbà máa jẹ ẹyin mẹ́rin. So kéèsì yẹn Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ràn lọ́wọ́, ṣèbí wọ́n ní bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat gbogbo ìgbà ló máa ń ṣe tiwọn, but wọ́n máa ní káwọn èèyàn sanwó wọlé 7,000 naira because wọ́n mọ̀ pé táwọn bá ní káwọn èèyàn sanwó wọlé èrò máa, kódà bẹ́yìn gan ìyá mi Àbẹ̀kẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní kọ́ bá yín lọ dáná nísìn ní community yín fún èèyàn 100, èèyàn 500 ló máa wá síbẹ̀ because ebi ti wà nínú ilé, ebi ó ti wà nínú ilé. Mo kí ẹ Wàsíù brọ́dà mi, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. So lórí kéèsì yẹn fóònù yóò charge rárá ṣá, ibi mo charge ẹ̀ mọ́jú, àgbákò fóònù, mo ní láti bínú ra fóònù mi ní bí akíntẹ̀ lọ wo sales tó máa ṣe léèní, kí n lọ wá second hand phone kan rà. Grandma kan dẹ̀ promise mi ní fóònù bí akíntẹ̀ ní sùúrù kọfí sẹ́ndẹ̀ kọ eléyìí yóò charge rárá nísìn, eléyìí tá fi ń ṣe Facebook ní bíbá nísìn. Oúnjẹ mo fẹ́ ṣe fáwọn ọmọ yín báyìí nísìn, wọ́n máa jẹyin, máa dẹ̀ bá wọn toast bread. So ní kíyàn máa ṣe charity even if the government is working. Ìlú ìlú àwọn èèyàn ṣe charity now, but problem tá a ní Nàìjíríà àti Africa ni pé charity yẹn òun ni back of the bone. Ṣé kò kún foundation ṣó lè feed gbogbo èèyàn? Ó ti feed àwọn tó wà ládùúgbò mi débi kó fi feed gbogbo èèyàn. Ìyẹn làwa ṣe ń sọ pé Nigeria is a crime scene. Okay, we rántí yọ kúrò lánàá. Ìgbà tí mo yọ ni kò ṣe jẹ́ kó charge. Ìlú tẹ̀ níná onísìn, gbogbo ilé nísìn mo kàn fi charge fóònù yẹn kó má bàa kú ni, èmi ni mo rántí charge lálẹ́ àná. So kéèsì yẹn, kéèsì tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣàánú tó ti yí mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ ni, àfikọ́lọ́n kó jọ nínú ọlẹ́ kó jẹ́ kí wọ́n rí ìtúsílẹ̀. So èmi ò blame Oríyọmí Hamzat àti what charge murder case are referring to order from above ni kò yé mi o. Tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo ala ní enemies olórin Naomi bó ṣe wà yẹn wọ́n ní enemy after tó ti kúrò ní palace ọba. Oríyọmí Hamzat kò sẹ́ni tó like torí tó ń ṣe, so enemy pọ̀, ọ̀tá ti pọ̀ jù fún bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat. Àwọn tó like tí bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat ti ṣe àwọn lọ́pọ̀ jù. So anádẹ mọ̀ pé in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn kò ń ṣojú lásán àfi tá bá sọ pé àkínṣọmọ Yorùbá. Àsìkò táwọn politician máa ń rìn ní òun va àwọn lélẹ̀, so wọ́n ti fẹ́ nǹkan sínú atẹ́gùn. Kọ́lọ́n kó ṣọ́ wa pẹ̀lú àwọn olòṣì jẹgúrú jẹrẹ olè, àwọn olóṣèlú bombasta bá ṣe máa ń sọ, tó ń fi ibi pa gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa. Mo kí ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi jàre. So àwa tí a ṣe ń disagree, àwa ni ká tidy up, ká sọ̀rọ̀ wa dẹyọ kan, ká wá wọlá ikú màmá wa tó kú lánàá, ká tètè kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ká support bàbá Kítóyè, kí bàbá mi Oríyọmí Hamzat náà tó bá ti jáde nísìn kó gbẹnu sí máìkì tán. Olórí burúkú ni politician, ẹ̀gbọ́n tí Ṣèyí Mákindé sọ nísìn, ó ní kò sí ètò kan òun pẹ̀lú Oríyọmí Hamzat, ó ní justice must be served. So politician ò láyọ̀lé, tó bá lọ fọkàn sí politician ó lè ṣe ni wọ́n mess up. Mo ṣeré politician, they are crazy people. So tí Oríyọmí bá ti jáde tó bá ti yọ wọ́n nínú ewu ilé, ìbí yẹn la sọ fún kíní ẹ̀ náà ń jẹ́ ẹyin ni mò ń dín fáwọn ọmọ yín nísìn, sórí ẹyin ló wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹyin mo ní láti ṣẹ̀má sọ fún yín pé politicians are wicked, èèyàn burúkú ni wọ́n. So gbogbo tó máa ṣe ni pé but we understand brother mi Oríyọmí Hamzat, gbogbo tá a ṣe ń ṣe Yorùbá nation wọ́n ń try láti wà very careful pé kọ́ má bà upset Ṣèyí Mákindé, kọ́ má bà upset àwọn politicians. But iṣẹ́ tó gbé dání iṣẹ́ gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ni, kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ individual. Ìlú yìí nísìn nǹkan tuntun ń pè ọ̀yẹ́ má pè. So kò sí bí brother mi ṣe fẹ́ solve problem yẹn individually. Cases tó ń gbé wá bá wọn yẹn tó bá ti gbé wá ó yẹ kí council deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, but Oríyọmí ló tún máa sáré ẹ̀. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí àkó bó ṣe ń lọ. Èmi mọ̀ pé dúdú lọ́sàn máa sun, a máa délẹ̀ lérè, ó ṣọmọ lóko bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, we go get there, ká má give up. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Mo ní President Bọ́lá Tinubu, ìyẹn mo gbé wá láàárọ̀ yìí, ó ti ń gbógun bọ̀ Nàìjíríà o, tó bá ti gbọ́. Fídíò ti jáde o, evidence ti jáde o, mò ń bọ̀. Evidence ṣe kí ni, ó ti jáde. Àwọn nìjẹ́ ní nígbà táwa bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni ẹnu wá rùn. Nìjẹ́ nísìnyí ti mú evidence jáde pé Tinubu ti dá ogun sílẹ̀ o, ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ o, mo máa mẹ́rin wá fún yín o. Mo yanjú àwọn ọmọ yín tí mo ń ṣe breakfast fún yín o. Ṣé báwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ náà ṣe ń jẹun láràárọ̀ nìyẹn? Ṣé máa ń rí oúnjẹ jẹ? Inú ilé mi ló wà, ilẹ̀ ilé mi náà. Àwọn àgbàlagbà náà fẹ́ jẹun ni. So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Tinubu ti gbé ogun dé o. Do you want butter? Ọlọ́mọdé wa wá. So ẹ̀yin yẹn wá, President Tinubu Jagaban ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France, ó ti gbógun lé. Yeah, food is ready. Ó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn Faransé, ó ti gbógun dé o. Justice is coming, okay? Justice is coming. All right, yeah. You want egg as well, you said? And hot chocolate. Scramble.
Yeah.
All right. So, you know, put the go there. Using my fish, using it right. Put the go there. Jagaban. Apariwo títí. Wọ́n ní shut up. Èébú lẹ̀ ń bú wa. Èébú tẹ́ bú wa kò dùn wá rárá. Àwa máa sọ òtítọ́ ni. Òtítọ́ ló máa lékè. Òtítọ́ ló dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ lékè. Mo ń bọ̀. Gbogbo omi ata nǹkan tá máa fi sọbẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ẹ̀pẹ̀. Ẹ̀nà àti ìyàwó mi la jọ máa dáná lénìí. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Ẹ jẹ́ n sáré gbé wá láti bíbà. Ká gbọ́n tí wọ́n sọ àwọn Nìjẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti lọ gba owó. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ. Wọ́n ló ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ó ti gbógun bọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà. Màá fún ilé evidence ẹ̀ nísìn. Ẹja Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Àbá Tinubu àgbọ̀n tán sọ but Haúsá ni but translation ẹ̀ màá sọ fún yín. Tinubu receive large sum of money. Wọ́n ló ti gbowó. Jagaban ó ti lọ gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ṣé Tinubu tún wá lè gbowó lọ́wọ́ France? Ìbáwá la lówó lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ní Nàìjíríà? Ẹ fi bí pa gbogbo everybody. Ẹ fi yà jẹ everybody. A dẹ̀ pariwo títí. A pariwo títí. Àfi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe fi bí pa àwọn èèyàn ní Ìbàdàn. Ẹ fi bí pa àwọn èèyàn l'Anambra. Gbogbo gbẹ̀yìn sí o. Ríta fi ń jẹun nínú ilé yóò lágbára o. Pálí kan ni wọ́n rà náà. Ra pálí kan níjọ́ ni ó ti fẹ́ tán. Ó yá ẹja gbọ́n tí eléyìí sọ. Àwa ṣe analysis lé lórí. Àti oríṣiríṣi comment. Ẹja start to make sellers. What is that? Is that for that? Yeah. Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run gbọ́ ogun tó ń sọ bọ̀ máa ṣàlàyé fún yín in a minute. In tó ń sọ máa ṣàlàyé fún wa in a minute. Ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ tiẹ̀ tán mọ̀ lọ. Nigeria. Ọlọ́run bá foríjì màmá tó ṣaláìsí lánàá. Ọlọ́run bá dúró ti bàbá Akíntóyè. Wọ́n ní Tinubu ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France. Ó ti gbowó Jagaban. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Tinubu gan ti ní kí ṣe Tinubu lọ set up cadet tó ń gbébọn dání àmọ́ tó fẹ́ fi yẹn ṣe báyìí kọ́nà kó ṣàánú. A ní láti pariwo yẹn síta o. Nàìjíríà bẹ̀bẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní èso. Àwọn ará mọ́ chocolate. Àwa lá ní kòkó. Àrí kankan fi ṣe. Mo bọ̀ afọ́n ní gbogbo clue yẹn dáadáa o. In tó ń sọ yẹn Haúsá ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Haúsá àwọn ọmọ ọdún wa ní scramble egg lòun fẹ́ láàárọ̀ ìyá wọn dẹ̀ ṣì ń sùn. Ẹ̀wọ̀n kí màtí ìyá wọn jẹ́ ṣàìsùn láàárọ̀ yìí ìyá wọn ṣẹ̀ sùn láàárọ̀ yìí kò easy. Ìlú òyìnbó ẹ máa balance ẹ ni kó má bàa máa dìjà. ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa balance the situation rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn olórí burúkú màálù tó ń kó káàkiri, àwọn màálù òfò, ìyẹn la jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín pé ẹ jẹ́ á fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀ ká padà bí nǹkan ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. Tá bá sọ ẹ̀ ní ká shut up. Àwọn politician dẹ̀ ń fi ibi pa gbogbo wa torí àwọn family wa ló wà Nàìjíríà. Àwọn family wa ló wà Nàìjíríà. Mo mà ti fi bread sínú toast kan. So mo kí gbogbo wa pé ẹ káàárọ̀ ńbẹ̀ o. Happy Boxing Day. Ìyá náà ń fẹ́ Ọlámilékan mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Yẹmí Fátókè ẹ káàárọ̀ sà. Ẹ káàárọ̀ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Ṣé dáadáa ni? Àwọn ọmọ mi ò kì í díẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ fi bread sínú toast. Bó ṣe láti máa rí nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lélẹ̀ kò jẹ́ ká máa wọwọ́ ká tó jẹun. Àpẹẹlẹ ti fẹ́ ṣetán ti rẹ́dì. Bó ṣe jẹ́ kí gbogbo yín náà máa gbádùn lélẹ̀ kò sẹ́ni tó yẹ kó máa wọwọ́ èèyàn kan jẹun pé ebi ń pa mí mo ṣẹ̀ wá ń lọ wá olówó kan tí máa lọ bá tó máa fún mi lóúnjẹ láàárọ̀ náà. Wàá lọ ṣiṣẹ́, wàá lówó lọ́wọ́, wàá dẹ̀ máa ṣe dáadáa. Mr. Ajayi mo kí wọ́n ní 1 ton of cocoa is 19 million naira. Ṣé gbọ́ owó ń bẹ nínú cocoa. Àwọn ìlú yìí dẹ̀ ló ń determine cocoa price cocoa. Adẹ̀ ti ra new cup ọmọdún alánà. Ẹ̀rọ ìkéré ẹ kí yẹ bá ra ńlá náà ilé ti kéré jù. Àti wí bàbá Akíntóyè ti ní ká sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work. Grandma náà ní ká sọ fún yín pé Nàìjíríà ò lè work bọ̀ gbogbo yín sọ pé ó máa work pé ká shut up. Ẹnu ní gbogbo àjọ wọn. Nàìjíríà cannot work. Eléyìí nísìn àti rà nísìn wọ́n ti lọ pé 3 months. Ńlá lára ìdímú lọ rà láti lọ pé 3 months nísìn 2 kg ni. Ìgbà tó dẹ̀ pé kò ń ṣòwò nìkan là ń mu nínú ilé. Bá ṣe mu ilé a ní mílò náà a dẹ̀ ní tíì. So níbi tí ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn lójoojúmọ́ tẹ́ fi ebi pa àwọn èèyàn wa tí sórí ilé ìwọ́ṣẹ̀ rà ni. So nígbà míì wọ́n lè náwọn eré àìtíjà ilé torí pé ní wọn ni tó ń ṣe fake tó ń tà fún ní Nàìjíríà torí pé ní wọn ni. Bó ṣe jẹ́ kí gbogbo household kankan rí ní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá but apparently it doesn't work like that. Wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ gbogbo wa. Àwọn politicians wicked politician ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù. Wọ́n fẹ́ ká máa tọrọ. Wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ́ wá sórí social media kẹ́ máa send OPay account yín káàkiri àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ kẹ́ máa send OPay account ẹ fún mi ní 2000 bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn tó yẹ kó jẹ́ pé 19 million ló yẹ kó wà lákàntì yín tó bá ti ta kòkó bí wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe kòkó yẹn èmi á máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe marketing ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí media gbogbo wa máa lówó lọ́wọ́. Àwọn diaspora nísìnyí gbogbo wọn ti lọ sí Dubai for holiday. Àwọn tó lọ Nàìjíríà náà ti lọ Nàìjíríà o. Bọ̀ ẹni tó fẹ́ lọ Nàìjíríà máa ronú pé tí bá lọ Nàìjíríà family mi ti pọ̀ jù gbogbo wọn máa tọrọ owó ni. A yà lọ sí Dubai, a yà lọ sí ìlú mi, a lọ sí Turkey, a lọ sáwọn ìlú tó ti máa lọ ṣọlidé. Lóòótọ́ it's good to travel. So breakfast ready. So the breakfast is ready. Kò ń pẹ́ mo kí brother mi karùn-ún Aziz Wasi mo kí oya àwọn ojú àwọn àjọkù jẹun. What drink do you want here? You want more toast? You want more toast? Ọmọ kékeré bí máa pa wọ́n ní ikùn wọn máa ṣe falafalafala. Toast méjì ló jẹ́ oníkò tóun ìyàwó milk sílẹ̀ kan sí. So Tinubu kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n náà ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ France Jagaban Abanzu Wiri Bonu. We need a leader like Burkina Faso. Mr. OLAYOMI KOIKI, we need a leader like Burkina Faso. Ìyá mi Abeke wọ́n ní we that escape Nigeria with our kids to give them good life. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ láì kẹ́ni ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún yín pé má japa o ní sùúrù arákùnrin tó bá lówó láti lè japa ọmọ japa ní kíákíá tó bá ní owó láti lè japa ní kíákíá má yẹ kẹ́ni ẹ̀kọ́ sọ fún yín pé kó má japa o àwọn kan nísìnyí tó ti japa wọn máa sọ fún pé London dá o irọ́ ni o sọ fún ọ pé bá máa bọ̀ ní ìwọ̀de wálé láíláí London ò dá yín ò kúrò London kúrò nínú UK you wanna fuck London ò dá dẹ̀ kúrò ní America London ò dá lọ sí Canada má yẹ kẹ́ni kankan fún nìyẹn o United Kingdom is a good place to stay. He has his own problem. He has his own issue. But it's a very good place to stay. Don't let anybody fool you that don't go to abroad. You come to abroad, it's a good place to stay. Ah, that's nice. Very good. Sit down properly. Sit down properly. And put your chair backward. You want bread and butter. So, where are we this morning? Mo kí gbogbo ọlẹ́kan sí. Èmi ò mọ chocolate. Dá padà. Ṣé rántí story àbèrè mi tí mo sọ fún yín àbèrè. These are $1 trillion business. Tó bá yẹ pé a ní country tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ àbèrè lélẹ̀. It is AYK mo kí ẹ lọ yanjú ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. Don't burn, don't fast báyìí. Kí gbogbo aláǹkan sọ. Ebi tó pa àwọn èèyàn ló jẹ́ kí wọ́n lọ sí Ìbàdàn tó fi di kó di stampede tàbí stampede rather tó fi di stampede. What drink do you want? Chocolate? So, mo ń bọ̀ pé ọmọ kékeré tẹ́bí bá ń pa wọn àgbọ̀dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ máa fi yẹn ṣeré. Ó wà very important ká lórí pẹ̀lú yẹn náà. Wàá wá bá wọn bu juice, wàá bù sínú kọ́ọ̀pù wọn so that kí táwọn bá ti jẹun nísìn wọ́n á kàn máa pariwo nínú ilé ni wọ́n á máa disturb everybody but at least wọ́n ní complain pé bí ń pa wọn. How bá ṣe máa ní ilẹ̀ we have exorbitant land, arable land, yet ebi ń pa wá. So make sense. We have a lot of land, yet ebi ń pa àwọn èèyàn wa. So make sense, kò make sense. So what went wrong? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Mo kí gbogbo our Christians that celebrate Christmas lánàá. Our Muslims that celebrate Christmas, ẹ má criticize Christian. Ìjẹ̀sìn kọ́ là ń jà. Do your own thing. Yes, sister mi ṣe yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Do your own thing. Olúkálùkù ṣe tiẹ̀ ni. So now I think èmi náà ní láti ṣe èmi náà ṣe nǹkan kan tí mo máa fi máa jógẹ̀. Ṣé yẹ kí n plug omi níbí rẹ̀? Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa pé a kó ara fẹ́ra kù ti ìyá wa tó ṣaláìsí kọ́lọ́mbà tẹ́wọ̀n sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Kọ́lọ́mbà mú bàbá Akíntóyè dúró dáadáa. Kọ́lọ́mbà make wọn kó strong. It's not gonna be very easy. But I gotta continue to pray for Professor Akíntóyè. Kọ́lọ́mbà mú wọn dúró dáadáa. It's not gonna be easy. Àwọn àti màmá àti yunifásitì lọ ti ń tẹ̀léra wọn bí wọ́n ṣe sọ fà Ọlọ́run dúró ti àwọn fámìlì wọn àti yunifásitì ni wọ́n ti jọ wà. So to lose somebody like that will take a long while for Baba to get over it. He's a strong man. Ẹ yẹ kó mi applaud kò ká wá continue. Pariwo Yorùbá nation. Yorùbá nation. Ọlọ́run foríjì grandma. Ọlọ́run foríjì wọn. Foríjì grandma. Ilé ló lọ tààràrà. She died in exile. Unbelievable. What a wicked country. Mama died while she's in exile. Bideko. Ṣé bó ṣe jẹ́ kó rí nìyẹn? Èyí kìí ṣe fóònù fún ẹgbẹ́ kan. Mama died while she was in exile. What a time to be alive. Ẹ ká máa ṣe rántí màmá wa dáadáa. She died while she was in exile. It's unbelievable. Bàbá mọ̀ pé she's a true freedom fighter. Freedom fighter dáadáa ni màmá. Kọ́nà kò foríjì wọn. Kò tẹ́ wọn sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Kó dúró ti gbogbo fámílì náà. Kó má dẹ́rù bà Professor Akintoye. Kó má dẹ́rù bà the whole family. It's not going to be easy, but it is what it is. So, mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí. Ṣé tòótọ́ ni President Tinubu gbowó lọ́wọ́ France? Àbáwọn yẹn kàn make it up? I don't know. I'm only asking the question. Mo bẹ̀ jẹ́ ká move ilé wa báyìí. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé good morning. Ẹ káàárọ̀. Tá bá ti sùn, tá bá ti jí, Yorùbá awareness continue. No retreat, no surrender. We fight until we receive and until we get what belongs to us. So, bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Mo kí wa látà. Simple rhyme mo kí ń bẹ̀. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa. So now we are Merry Christmas. I was born a Muslim, but I celebrate Christmas every year. See it coming. I celebrate it today, on the 24th. Don't let anybody fool you about religion. Just do your own thing. That's all. Do your own thing and leave the rest. And don't tell anybody what to do. Babaláwo ló fẹ́ tẹ̀lé ni, tẹ̀lé babaláwo. Christianity ló fẹ́ tẹ̀lé ni, tẹ̀lé Christianity. Can you slow that TV a little bit? So mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Just leave the plate there when you finish eating. So mo kí àwọn èèyàn wa. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí Professor Akintoye. Bá wọn parí ẹyin kò jẹ́ ẹyin ẹ tán. I'm a good chef. I'm a very good chef. So good morning once again, everybody. Mo kí wa pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa. Mama died yesterday. The wife of our leader, Professor Adebanji Akintoye. I'm sure most of you have heard about the death. Moki, good day, Taiwo, Eshegoni. Good morning, everybody. Moki, Buju tó ń wò mí lágbàáyé. Èmi náà ni Koikimedia. So she died yesterday, and we are grateful for life that she spent on earth. At 88 years old, go easy. To get to that age, you don't want your loved one to die. But sometimes the situation doesn't, especially Mama was on exile with her husband, fighting for Yoruba people to be free at that old age. She was a member of the Action Congress. Nígbà ayé àwọn bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀. Mama, according to Baba Akintoye, was, I believe, the secretary of Action Congress. but tẹ́ ẹ báyìí ti gbọ́, she died. Season greeting Simple Rahim, she died. Mo kí sister mi Comfort Nikki. Mo gbọ́ voice yín VN. A lot of people cried. Well, kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe sí. She's gone. May her soul rest in peace. A great mother. Like I said, I had the privilege to see her when I was in Nigeria in 2021. Ìyá dáadáa, ìyá lálùbáríkà, a true freedom fighter tó dúró ti bàbá Akíntóyè. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo ìyàwó ló lè dúró ti ọkọ ẹ̀ in this kind of situation tá gbé dání. Ìyàwó mi àti bọ́kọ ẹ̀jà. I'm sure pé ìtẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé Yorùbá ní ṣọ̀gán nínú ilé yín. Ìyàwó ilé nǹkan kan máa ní lọ́wáṣẹ́ Yorùbá nation tó gbé dání yẹn. But wọ́n mọ̀ pé tẹ̀ ń jà fún yẹn is for the future. Fákẹ́yẹ Adébáyọ̀ Mokin, and tí bá mention while I'm saying each one of them, má bínú sí mi. So, Mokin mọ̀ sí mi náà. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó ara fẹ́ra kù. But the struggle will continue. Mokin tí ẹ̀ǹbẹ̀ ní abroad, àtẹ̀yìntẹ̀ wà ní African country. Ọlọ́run ò ní dójú tì wá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn prophet wa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó ń gbàdúrà fún wa. Ní bàbá prophet Adébáyọ̀, wọ́n ní láyé àwọn ò ní pray fún Nàìjíríà. Ó wá ní bàbá wa kan tíyàn kan ní Kóìkì. Ẹ bá wa bẹ̀ bàbá wa yìí. Mo fi farabalẹ̀ ṣe program yẹn ni. Wọ́n ti send the details bàbá yẹn sí mi. Lára àwọn White Garment Church ni wọ́n, bàbá dáadáa. Mo fi lọ mú fídíò Prophet Adébáyọ̀ wá ìtọ́ ṣe ní láìpẹ́. Ìwọ tó ṣe ń pray fún Nàìjíríà, òun waste time rẹ̀. Bọ́ká tó lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn náà, ẹ yẹ ká clear ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu. Èmi kọ́ ni mo ṣe fídíò yìí o. It's not an AI video. This video, ó ṣe ń generate jáde lórí Twitter láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. Follow me lórí Twitter. Don't pè ní X. I need a lot of you to go and follow us so that ẹ lè wà up to date. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìyá olóríire. When I woke up this morning, I went on X. Don't pè ní Twitter. And the first thing I saw was this video. Dèjì Yanjú sọ pé the Nigerian police refused to release Speed Darlington, aka Apia. Wọ́n lọ́wọ́ agbára, ìyẹn Burna Boy. Àwọn olórí burúkú gun ọmọ bastard. Ẹni tó bá bú anybody, tẹ́ bá sọ pé defamation of character, ẹ gbé wa lọ sí court. Ẹ má fi ọlọ́pàá kẹ́ fi máa suppress wa. If I abuse anybody, mo kíyà mi Fatima Mustapha, ó tó jọ́ mẹ́ta mà. Àkú ọdún náà mà. Kálàlẹ́wà. There is Speed Darlington. Ó bú Burna Boy wá ń lo owó agbára. Just the same thing like Dele Farotimi. Just the same thing like many of us. The justice system ó máa affect wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká push, ká request, ká ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ ká ṣe, and we leave Nigeria. Ẹ sọ pé no. Mẹ̀kúnnù dẹ̀ ló ń jìyà. Yàyà Bello ló wà nínú ilé ẹ̀ nísìn. Wọ́n ti fún ní bail. Yàyà Bello. Many innocent Yoruba people ẹ wà ní prison káàkiri. Àwọn family yín injustice. So Dèjì Yanjú kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun Ọlọ́run á fún ẹ ṣe. He's a good friend of mine. Ibẹ̀ kan mo fẹ́ lọ láàárọ̀ ẹ̀. So this morning I came across the situation arising on Twitter. Eléyìí ló ń trend lọ́wọ́ nísìn. It was posted 4 hours ago. And the headline was, and I'll read some of the comments because I love to read comments. Nisuru. It was posted and the headline was, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, according to Chooks, Eric, and I believe it's already been verified by many other platforms. Boya, our media to kunoma gbé. Anyway, it's been talked in the, that Tinubu is using France to have a base in Nigeria to attack Niger. So it's no longer in news. It's just that there's evidence coming now that President Bola Tinubu received a substantial payment from France. Wọ́n ló gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn France, ìyẹn Macron, olórí burúkú gbogbo wọn yẹn. Àwọn Europeans tó ń bà nǹkan jẹ́. Good morning once again. They did Boxing Day. President Tinubu received a substantial payment from France, and the country now has a base in part of Maiduguri. The government have denied it. Muke Ganioloyede. Kingsley, good afternoon. Kingsley Jr. Larry Lamina, good afternoon. Though the federal government is denying there's nothing of such. This is the Niger head of state, Abdurrahmani Tichani. Àwọn kan ní ṣé wọ́n sọ Hausa ni? Yes, Hausa is their second language in Niger. French is their first language because French lo colonize one during the 1884 Berlin Conference. Àti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí yẹn so many times. How many of you remember the Berlin Conference? Who knows about Berlin Conference? Ta ló mọ̀ nípa Berlin Conference? If you know about it, just put in the comment section and say, yes, I've heard about it. If you come on this platform and you're not educated enough to know that Nigeria is not working and you are still living in denial, this is a platform that really takes its time. It's a lecture room. You're arguing with yourself. Nigeria will be better in Jesus' name. Which Jesus? Nigeria will break in Jesus' name. Nigeria will break. Lashe Dumari. Nigeria will break, inshallah. Those are the 3 messages I posted this morning. Idiot all over the place. If you're on this platform, Mukiya Miabose de Rachel. Ekaroma. If you're on this platform and you are still not yet educated enough to know that Nigeria is not a country. Yes, Simple Rahim says the scramble for Africa. That was in 1884 by white people. No African men or women were present during that meeting in 1884. So that is how they divided Africa. Because they were all fighting for it. Everybody. And they said, look, why are we fighting? I think I'm feeling a little bit hot. Let me take off this one. Why are we fighting each other? Why not let us share and spread Africa? Are you full up? You did not get it done. You see? And I will now help them. Méjì ni mo dín fún wọn. Mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní jẹ́ tán. Bèmí náà mọ̀ pé máa jẹ́ nú ẹ̀. I think we might have a video for Scramble of Africa. Let's see. Berlin Conference, 1884. This is your lecture room, okay? Into ba ye wa béèrè. Nta wa náà bá mọ̀, a lọ sọ́dọ̀ Baba Akíntóyè, wá ṣàlàyé fún wa. Do you see it? The Berlin Conference. Farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ o. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance, Mr. Tajuddin Ibrahim. Listen. Okechukwu, question wo ló ń bi mí. Tọ́mọ Yorùbá ni ẹni. Go to Biafra and ask those questions. Was Yoruba entity before the British came? Ìbéèrè Adekanbi. Yoruba has been in existence before the British came. Lagos for sure. My brother, how you doing, sir? The Berlin Conference, I'm giving you the background. Catalosodo of France. ká tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ Niger, ká tó lọ sọ́dọ̀ Tinubu padà. Because for every problem, you must find where the problem is existing from. So defending Nigeria is the stupidity of you. Ìyá omi bá jí láàárọ̀ torí zinc yìí báyìí. Ó lè ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ níbí báyìí. Ó lè ní ṣé mo ti ṣe bọ́ síbí báyìí láàárọ̀ yìí. Kò ní mọ̀ pé toast ni, so I gotta quickly clean it up. I don't want her to wake up and like, fuck it, there, what's going on here? Kí ni bàbá ìtúnṣe sí kitchen tóun clean kóun tó lọ sùn? Kò ní mọ̀ pé toast táwọn ọmọ ìjẹ náà dẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sáré clean ni. Ìkọ̀sáré. The scramble for Africa. Kí ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀? Àwọn white people, àwọn òyìnbó, àwọn àgbàlagbà olè. They were all scrambling for what does not belong to them. Like Congo. Belgium decided to take Congo as their second country. Criminal King Lopo Abikilon Olori Buruku. All these criminal òyìnbó people, àwọn olè. Àwọn òyìnbó olè. Olè náà lọ ṣe ń jà títí ní sí táwọn sọ fún yín pé wọ́n ń jalè ní ẹbí ká shut up. Wọ́n ń jalè ní wọ́n fi Áfíríkà jalè ní. Àwọn ò ní kankan lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n pọ̀. Wọ́n ò ní any resources. Àwọn òyìnbó ò ní resources. Bàbá wa kan ní Koiki jọ̀mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni máa sọ Yorùbá tó pọ̀. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó òyìnbó kó pọ̀ jù nínú program ẹ̀. A mọ̀ pé international platform ni ìbọn máa sọ Yorùbá tó pọ̀ tó dáwọn tó wà nílé wọ́n ń gbádùn ẹbí sìgá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn wọ́n ní kí n máa kí wọn dáadáa. And 2025, my focus and my search beam will go to the National Union of Road Transportation. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, a máa jọ ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tájọ máa bára wa sọ ní 2025 torí ọmọlúàbí ní gbogbo wa. Mo ń gbọ́ pé wọ́n ní gbogbo wọn máa ń gbọ́ Koiki dáadáa, but wọ́n ní wọ́n ń bẹ̀rù pé tá bá gba Yorùbá nation àwọn ò ní níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mọ́. These are the people within the National Union of Road Transportation. Wọ́n reach out sí Koikimedia. Àwọn tó wá wà nísàlẹ̀ wá ní kí n bẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yàn ọmọ Yorùbá pé a gbọ́dọ̀ support àwọn National Union of Road Transportation. Àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ ni o, mo sọ pé MC Olúọmọ o. One, because they are very concerned and worried. But there's a lot of work for us in 2025. So let's quickly go further. The Berlin Conference. Let me show you the images. These are àwọn òyìnbó. Ìyá mi Dúpẹ́ Agboola, good morning. Can you see them? Àwọn òyìnbó àgbàlagbà all sat down and split Africa to their own taste. Can you see it? I'm sure you can all see it. Because we are not blind. Àwọn òyìnbó kò sí dúdú ẹyọ kan níbẹ̀, kò sáwọn ọba wa kankan níbẹ̀. Our kings were not invited. Àwọn èèyàn wa níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn, they were not invited. John Danny, good morning, sir. So when you are now fighting against the wish of the people, the indigenous people, the Biafrans, the Arewas, because Tabanzo will also continue to tell the world that those other two and many other indigenous people that have the right. It is called the inalienable right. You might not be happy with it, doesn't matter. But one thing is, Nigeria is at the verge. Join Ninas. I was reading a comment this morning. Go and support Ninas. It will go better for you. Which Ninas? We supported Ninas. Their agenda doesn't line with Yoruba Nation. Idiot. Go and support Ninas. Go and work with the 5-point agenda. I was in Nigeria when Baba Kitoye was still with Ninas. Olushi. So let's come back to the scramble of Africa. The Berlin Conference was a meeting. It will be in Bushi to big bang bang bang. Too much food. The Berlin Conference was a meeting of European leaders in 1884. It was all happening in 1884 and 1885. As at that time, there was nothing called Nigeria, Nigeria. It was kingdoms, Yoruba kingdoms that had different kingdoms, and they all have different territories that were operating. But right now, they merge it together, they call it Nigeria, give it 36 states, it's all crime. And one person still 80 billion, Yaya Bello, criminal. You don't forget now, Yaya Bello took money from the government coffer to pay his children's school fees, an American institution. In Abuja, another criminal institution, collecting dollar in Nigeria. No be juju be that. Merry Christmas. For me, Christmas, je kon kimi Merry Christmas. Ìyá mi Deborah. Ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà mọ́mì. Èmi lọ́kọ àwọn ìyá Oòduà. Èmi lọ́kọ gbogbo yín. Ẹ kú tọ́jú ẹ ṣé gan ni mà. We love you all. This was happening not in Africa. Imagine people were sitting far away in their own cocoon somewhere in Europe, deciding our lives. So when we now say that Nigeria is being decided by Europeans, they say, shut up, we have got independent. How? Moki Adebayo Kikiola, ti kàn sí mi o lẹ́yìn ọdún. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ rọ́wọ́ yín o, ti send the donation to yín. Kò ṣe pé kẹ́ máa pè wá fún wa advice. I need the ilé-iṣẹ́ Koikimedia, ó need the support. Kí lẹ sọ sir? Kenne Chukwuso, Nigeria must divide whether the zoo like it. It's already on that part. Tinubu will help it. Because Tinubu is taking us to war. That is the discussion this morning. The date of this conference was happening between November 15, 1884 up to February 26, 1885. The location was in Berlin, in Germany. Today, try to say you want visa to Germany, they will refuse you. But that is where they were making case on our behalf in 1884 that led to every scramble of Africa, that led to France now taking the path which is now called Niger. Is it making sense? Are you getting the message? Because we're talking about President Tinubu this morning. It is no longer an allegation. It is something that the Niger government is saying that Tinubu collected money from France to make a base in Nigeria and then destabilize their government. What do we do? Do we keep quiet? Or do we come out and tell you that there is an imminent war that is moving within Africa, being prepared? Because remember that Niger kicked out France out of their country. They said you'll be 419 Olini, Etifi Odowafi Jegaba, Etifi Tobi, Etifi Shola. France is still controlling most of the banking system in that axis, which is why they are using CFA. How many of you know the meaning of CFA? And you made a little more the meaning of CFA. How many of you know it? How many of you know the meaning of CFA? The West African CFA is the currency. Owo, currency, money that is used by 8 independent states in West Africa. Niger being one of them. Benin Republic being one of them. If you know more, put it in the comment section. The West African France is the currency used by 8 independent states in West Africa, which make up the West African Economic Monetary Union. Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Mali, Niger, Senegal, Togo. These are countries that France put their mouth like that and started sucking it. They were sucking it like that. They suck, 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 suck until the people were poor. And Niger said, no, we had enough. We are tired of this colonial mentality of sucking us dry. We will change the path to Russia. And they kicked out France. And that is where the problem started. So France was like, and if you tell them Toban binu, àwọn binu bí àwa báyìí. Tóyìnbó bá ń bínú, they are planning. But àwa bá bínú, we are reacting like we are reacting on the social media. It is called the Conduct Financial Authority. Àwọn tó kàwé ní ẹ̀mọ̀ kí mi ò lọ sí school. My brother Omogbolawan Oba say it is called the CFA. The meaning is called Conduct Financial Authority. Money that is used but controlled by France. France is not in Africa, but they are controlling 8 countries that you call independent country. That anytime they use that money, it is controlled by France, central bank, or their own banking system. And that is why BRICS is kicking in. But it looks like Trump wants to fold their balls and say, no way, we're not going to give you room. We want the dollar to remain the security of the world. Because why? Saudi Arabia continue to back the dollar. Saudi don't back the dollar. But the world is saying that we must break away from this dollar system. That's another topic for another day. It's called the BRICS. The BRICS country. And they're pushing. But Trump said, you push, I will make it, I will strangulate it. But we come back to that. Let's focus on now let's go back to why we are here this morning. We are here this morning because there is a news reporting coming out. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our president, is still our president. Because Nigeria is still a country, but we are praying that it breaks up quickly. And the breakup will be peaceful by educating Nigerians that are saying that the problem is not this, it is not that. The problem is that you will just speak grammar, the same English that you're speaking, that the British does not recognize. If I want to get a British passport, or you want to get a British passport, they will ask you to go and do English test. Do you understand that? British will tell us to go and take English test. Even though this same English, now we use study for Nigeria, but it has no value in the United Kingdom. Your English in Nigeria is as useless in Africa, especially where Britain colonized, is as useless as tissue paper. So if you ever think that all this your big grammar, Kunle Baker, I haven't seen it for a while, so I could double and I look forward to seeing you soon when I come to Canada sometime next year. And you know, let my ticket too. But I'm not going to come during the cold weather. I want to come when it is not cold. Thank you so much, Kunle Bakers, for the super chat. We love you so much. And thanks for being there, many of you. This is a platform that will educate you. Mr. Kilokwe Sokwe, please let us send a letter to Putin. Yes, we will send letter to everywhere. So why is the news coming out this morning that President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has been paid by France to bring in France troops to Nigeria to set up a base and then use that to fight Niger? I didn't say so. Let's watch this together. Is in Hausa, one of the reasons why we say we are not one. I love Hausa people. Great people, beautiful people. If I was not married, maybe I would have married one of their children. But I am married to my wife. I am happy. But I don't want to be in the same country with them. I want us to have different country. So that if they want to practice Sharia, or they don't want to practice Sharia, if they don't want to drink alcohol, if I want to eat pork, if I don't want to eat pork, I will know that when I go to that. Why is Dubai celebrating Christmas in a large scale? It's an Islamic country, but it is very easy for Oyibo people black people, Asian people, any color, go to Dubai and look as if like you are still in your country because they are tolerant. That is the kind of Yoruba nation that we want. We don't want a Yoruba nation where we will become, go to Dubai. I have friends that have flew to Dubai. They are in Dubai right now. They are not Muslim, but they have been celebrating Christmas in Dubai for the last 5 years. They travel from UK. So Taban Safan, we are not in a country. Why is Dubai celebrating Christmas in that much? Because they need the money. Come and spend the money. Money, money, money. Money, money. Money, money. Islamic country, but you will not know that because you go there, you have fun, but you respect their law. You must respect their law, but you will still be given the privilege as a non-Muslim, even as atheist. Do you know that people that doesn't believe in God, they go to Dubai and they have good time? Even those of us that believe in God in Nigeria, salute from here to you. Now, let's listen to this. It's in Hausa language. I don't understand Hausa, but the translation is that Tinubu has been paid. He has been paid to destroy Niger. And Niger say, if you destroy Niger, what do you think is going to happen? Can somebody put it in the comment section? Mokia, Mr. Babatunde Oladele. If Tinubu allow France to destroy Niger, which it has been done as at last week, because there was a pipeline that was destroyed last week or 2 weeks ago. How many of you heard about the news? If Tinubu allow France to use our country that you call country called Nigeria, that is not a country anyway, to fight Niger, who do you think Niger will fight back? I want you down in the comment section. Merry Christmas, Mr. Shegun Amosu. I'm very question now. Mr. Dekunle sọ pé war. Ta ló máa bá jà war yẹn? If Nigeria is used to destroy Niger, that is an independent country away from France now, but Tinubu is using France to push into Niger, then we must expect that Nigeria will be attacked. So don't come and say, hey, Koiki, you are the one bringing the war. I am saying now that Yoruba nation is not bringing any war. We are all going to do it peacefully. Thank you so much for the comment. Those of you that have helped me in the comment section. So 2025, we must all prepare for war that Tinubu is bringing. It could be 2025, it could be 2026, I don't know. But one thing is that the Niger government has spoken that Eyiteba Tinubu, tell him to slow down. It is not too late now. Olakunle Bakers. We are here because we still love Tinubu, but doesn't mean that we will not continue our quest to self-determination. Tinubu is bringing a war from another country to another country. I'll wait till Instagram finish before we play the video. And this is why we're out again this morning. That between Nigeria and Niger is a bigger war. And is it an agenda by the West to start another war in Africa? Because Africa should not be in any war right now. We are hungry. We are lack of innovation. We don't have everything. This is not the time that we should be in any war with anybody. Because but it seems that that is not the case because President Bola Tinubu and my team are already putting out our contribution that you can help us to support Koikimedia. The account details is on the screen. Please, every contribution is important. Godwin Ubaja said, Koiki, can you please tell everybody that Nigeria will come under the authority of France? Thank you so much for the comment. Let's listen to the video as it has been circulated this morning. It's in Hausa language, but let's just listen to it. It's not a long one, it's about 2 minutes. Listen to this.
aje a yi bincike dajin baga wannan iyaka wannan waje wata hudu ne ba mun da ban sani ba mutane sun yi bincike sun tabbatar da Faransa suna cikin wani wuri da wani tsibiri da aka ce ma kurna yan Niger akwai waɗanda sun kai 2008 mun yi zama tare can wurin sun sani akwai wuri da aka ce ma kurna akwai wuri da aka ce ma tangarwa akwai wuri da aka ce ma dogon cuku akwai wata tsibiri da su turawan da sun ka bata suna Canada sun ka ce mata sun kai ɗaukakken jawohi wannan na kewaye da in baga ka san mungunu in ka tashi da mungunu daga Maiduguri hanya ce zuwa ka je mungunu daga mungunu sai ka je har can baga wannan to bagan nan duk kewaye in ka wuce sai ka je iyaka Chad duk wajen nan sun ɗauki 'yan ƙasa su 'yan Faransa kuma sane da shugabannin Najeriya sun sa su cikin wannan hali babban kamfani sun kai wannan wuri sai sun ka bashi suna Canada suna nan ciki don duk sun sani babu wanda bai sani Ghana ban sani ba amma tabbata bisa kai da tsarin da sun kai daga cibirin mission de defense za a kai shi detachement de liaison inter-armée kuma waɗancan kasashen duk da na gaya ma tabbata amma ban cewa bandan Najeriya da Benin sauran kasashe sun sani ba su sani Allahumma ala amma shi da Allah ba a zalumin sarki ba ne Najeriya da Benin sun sani waɗancan sun sani ba su sani Allahumma ala amma kaji bayanin da zan iya bada bisa kai ga wannan sabon tsarin da sun ka hito da shi wanda shi makon.
All right. It's an Hausa language. Thank you so much, Mr. Samuel Ajala. So, Koiki, please educate our people very well. We must stop Tinubu from bringing war to Nigeria using proxies of France. Now that we've listened to that, before we go to the comment section of that particular video, let me take you back to how the world is reporting the J versus Nigeria in the last couple of weeks. How the world, the international community, the J accuse Nigeria president. All right. These are how things have been reacting. The reaction. I'm reading a comment. Kí ọkàn bàbá yìí àlàáfíà kò sí ní orílẹ̀-èdè kò ṣọ́ra Olúwa bá wa ṣe o. I don't understand that Yoruba anyway. According to, let's take you back to Al Jazeera in 2024, which we are still in before we move to 2025. And this was in March. And the headline then was, did Russia, Iran provoke Niger walk out from the US military pact? Niger is no longer part of ECOWAS. They pull out. Niger ruling military anger by US accusation of secret deals with Iran and partnering with Russia. Niger has suspended a military agreement with the United States that gave American troops a key base and a launch pad in Africa's Sahel region. So if Niger is kicking out America and France, but President Bola Tinubu is accepting France into Nigeria, and what do you think is playing out? And this is why we're saying to Ooni of Ife, Kábíyèsí, ẹ bá President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ that kó má lọ gbé ogun wọ Nigeria. Tá bá dẹ̀ sọ pé Nigeria is southwest. Not that the other parts are not important. And I'm sure you know what I mean by that. Kábíyèsí gbogbo balẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ pay attention President Bola Tinubu that he is moving towards bringing a war that he wanted to start when he became the president last year and he was appointed as the ECOWAS chairman. He is going back to the same drawing table using France, and maybe France and other countries are ready to give him a backup. I don't know. But you are not going to be fighting Niger alone. You are going to be fighting Burkina Faso. But Burkina Faso, you know that guy? Burkina Faso, that smart one among them, is very smart. Every time he goes, he moves with his pistol on the side. We're going to be fighting Mali. So it's not about Niger, it's about those countries that have come together, they've pulled out of ECOWAS, and if France continue to attack Niger, they will attack Nigeria simultaneously, and there will be more bloody war. And I think a lot of people need to know this, that Tinubu, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is moving into that direction. So let's go back to the 19th of March 2024. According to Al Jazeera, the move announced on Sunday follows a row about African Union ties to Russia and Iran, which erupted when the US official visited Niger last week to express their concern that why are you following the path of Russia? Russia is an enemy, is fighting Ukraine. Don't go that direction. But the world is bigger, anybody can decide where they want to go. So those African countries are saying, look, we are tired of how our people have suffered under this colonialization of these European countries. Let's try something else. Sorry, Eshegoni, Mr. Rahim. What was the military pact between the United States and Niger before things start going sour? According to the status of the forces agreement signed in 2012, when they had their puppet president in power, just as they have it right now in Nigeria, which is one of your puppet presidents. My thought is that using France to deal with Boko Haram in that part of Nigeria, is that what your thought is? It's bigger than that. The same France that could not stop Boko Haram in that axis when they were in control, when the former president of is it Niger, Bassoon or whatever it's called. Don't believe that nonsense that, you know, France is coming to help you fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram just dropped. Since before France even came, we've never had Boko Haram using drone. Have you now heard that Boko Haram is using drone to drop, boom? This never happened ever since we've been hearing Boko Haram, ISIS, jihadis. But they have now upgraded by using a drone. Do you know what it means? They pull up a drone. This is what they're using in Russia and right now. They're using drone to fight each other. You put that weapon under the drone, you send it, boom, it drops, it comes back, or it explodes together. So don't believe that nonsense that, you know, France is coming to help you fight Boko Haram. They're not fighting any Boko Haram. Don't believe that nonsense. Bassoon, thank you. In the comment section. So there was an agreement that was signed in 2012 that has now been taken away by the new administration of Niger. That Tinubu is now using France to push into that region. You okay? My coffee don't cool though. This allowed about 1,000 US military personnel and civilian defense staff to operate from Niger, which plays a central role in the US military operation in Sahel. And let me remind every one of us what is playing out right now. Do you know that there is a gas pipeline? How many of you know that? There is a gas pipeline that the West is trying to push from Nigeria straight into Niger, go to, is it Morocco or Egypt? Is a big transaction. Let me quickly look at it. 1 minute. There's a gas pipeline from Nigeria to Europe. And I'm not making this up. Let's read quickly. There are several gas pipeline projects that could connect Nigeria to Europe, including Trans-Saharan gas pipeline. And you just they wake up with a sleep. You wake up with a sleep when something is brewing every day. And they say, Koiki, you are in UK. Stop bringing problem to Nigeria. Morocco. Thank you so much, Mr. Adekunle Moji Adesoya, and all my silent listeners. Santra Coco, remember to support this platform. A joint project. What clump when a joint? Joint is when we join together and we say we don't want Nigeria anymore. We continue to hammer on it. We push on it. We talk. Koiki she not talking at the talk, yes, for now. Because we don't have what it takes to fight. America has 1,000 troops before, no longer in Niger. Those 1,000 is like having 50,000 soldiers. How many people understand that? The 1,000 troops that was put in Niger in 2012, those 1,000 are well trained like a 50,000 soldier. Out of them, they have different field of work that they will be playing. Some of them will operate the drone. Some of them will be fighter jet, pilot, helicopter pilot. Every one of them can handle any kind of arsenal. They are well trained. They have some of them that could be 10 that are trained to go into your country and destabilize it. So if you're talking about fighting and you don't have 1,000 strong, well-trained men, all we can say is that let us stick to what Baba Kitoye say, non-violent, and continue to push and talk. Mokie Aziz. That is what we can do right now. And that is why we are educating millions of people, so that the millions of the people will now be part of what will be used to ask the federal government that Yoruba people wants to go, which is what we are doing right now. I know you don't want that. I don't want that as well. I want the M1. But in reality, we don't have the financial capability to train 1,000 soldiers like the American soldiers. If we're going to go all the way out, we must have 1,000 trained soldiers like the ones that America kept in Niger until they were kicked out. Because every American soldier, you know the value. Am I making sense? I need to put lip balm on my lips. Still dry. I hope I'm making sense. A great mother. We love her so much. But the Lord said it is time for her to return back home. She's a true freedom fighter. Freedom fighter. And herself and Baba Kitoye, maybe you don't know, they graduated from University of Ibadan, same year. So you can imagine how long they've been together. Benny, not really a matan is the cold. So if you don't keep this moisture, it can break and it will become a problem. Muritala Abiodun Sadiq, good afternoon, sir. So let's go back to this problem. That is why there's a fight that France is saying, after we have invested a lot of money, resources, and other European countries and the United Kingdom, so we will just allow one military guy to come and take over and you know people don't like when they are bullshit. How many of you know that? At least they don't like when they are bullshit. That is why every Nigerian that works in any sector in this country, you cannot challenge them and rubbish them. because we are too over smart. How many people understand in Kotimonso? It doesn't matter what sector you work in the UK, and I'm sure it's happened in America and Canada. Mokibabami Moses. May our precious soul rest in peace. Amen. And Baba Kitoye must remain strong, and we must keep the support for Baba as we go now into the new year. We must support in everything you know. Pull our down. We don't need to pull ourselves down anymore now, because Baba just lost somebody that every time you call Baba, you put him on a Zoom conference to talk to you, he will go back to the room, and this is person that they will have the final conversation. She's gone now. So this is not the time to give Baba Kitoye stress. Don't stress this man again, because the stress is Baba this time around. I will come for another program on that. Mukiya Mitaiwo Kike. So the time now is for Yoruba people to come together and make our presentation to the international community that we are no longer interested in this arrangement marriage that did not work. Even Prince Charles, as at the time before he became the king. And if you don't know who the Prince Charles is, because some of you don't know, who I'm talking about. He's now the king after the death of his mother. This man was once married to late Princess Diana. But pinya happened. Pono happened. If you're living in the UK, you would have watched the documentary yesterday as they were talking about Prince Williams and Kate. As Kate is, that I'm just diverted again, because sometimes when things occur in our brain, we want to pull it out straight away. Because the purpose why we are here is just to break up Nigeria. It doesn't matter how you talk about it. The amalgamate Nigeria, shit country, whatever name you want to call it, you have the right. And we call it whatever name, because Nigeria is not a working country. Go on my Twitter and you will cry for those that were in the motor accident in Asaba yesterday. Human beings, even an animal will be respected in an accident. Messed up country. Ilofo. And my job is to train and prepare your mind and remove the fear so that we can push together and demand our right, Etowa. So what am I trying to say? If, as at the time that this man said to Diana, for peace to reign, let everybody go their separate ways. Why did he left Diana? Oh, continue with that marriage. Maybe somebody go wrong by among the two of them. So to avoid any bloodshed again in Nigeria, the Biafra must go, the Arawa must go, the Yoruba must go. We must all go. If not, you know what is going to happen. I don't have to say that, okay? You put that in your comments and let me just say it. If Diana, let me push Diana together with his face. Diana. How many of you know Princess Diana? The two of them got married, and the marriage no work, no be by force. Thank you, Lord Bassey. Brother, you are correct in your analysis. They will use Nigeria to frustrate those three countries. Malcolm X described Nigeria as a house slave and described Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso as a field slave. Wow, I never heard that one before. You see, you learn every day. We are not here to scare you. We are here to prepare your mind. If these two, their wedding was one of the biggest weddings in the world, and yet they break up. So why do you tell us that, oh, you can't break up Nigeria, we must keep this marriage together? It brings a lot of troubles, a lot of problems, a lot of insecurity, a lot of lack of wellness, a lack of education, welfare, agriculture, name it. Nigeria if you don't allow that marriage to break. It does not matter your sympathy, your feelings for Nigeria. It will bring crisis until there will be bloodshed, and we don't want bloodshed anymore. There's been enough. 5 million people died during the Biafra war. I will not sit back and not shout, because I do not want President Tinubu to go and bring another war that could lead to millions of people to die. When they were fighting the Biafra war, it was the first televised war in the world. This time around, we must use the same social media to stop the war that is about to kickstart by President Tinubu and his European partners. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, your last man standing. When they were using Biafra as a launch pad, they were testing all kind of weapons. This time around, we will not allow any weapon across any part of Nigeria, even in the north, by the criminals in government, including Tinubu himself. I love him, but we tell him the truth, because only the truth would make him think back. And I then say, Yoruba, Tinubu bá ṣe gbàs, wọ́n ṣe gbàs sílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìyẹn, and that will be a disaster. And every single one of you will be remember that we came out and we shout, we scream that stop Tinubu so that no war comes into Nigeria and the southwest. And your bank bowa, if you do nothing, Tinubu will bring war to Nigeria, and Nigeria will be destroyed by those countries that you think that they are small. Just like David killed Goliath. If you think that, hey, Nigeria is a big country, this is not 1967. You cannot even fight the Biafra Liberation Army, because they're not going to fight you woto in a conventional war. They will fight what they call guerrilla warfare. The United States could not finish the job when they were doing theirs, because they were dealt with by the Vietnamese. We don't want war. That is why Diana and Prince Charles decided to break up the marriage for peace to reign. Break up Nigeria and save lives. You know, say you don't want to break it up. It will bring bloodshed. So don't let any Oyibo person tell you, they break Nigeria. Nigeria must exist for 2075, like David Lamy said. That is stupidity. That is nonsense. Let's go back quickly to the gas pipeline, because you want to hear that part. There is a joint project, between Nigeria, the crime scene, Algeria, and Niger. Is it making sense now? When they were making that joint agreement, it was still a partnership of France in control of Niger. It is no longer that anymore. So some of you will just sit down and you say, Koiki, shut up. You know, you are bringing war. Oriokwe, I am not the one bringing war. There was an agreement. As France was in control of Niger, France lost Niger. It is one of their most painful partners. What? How did we allow this military guy to take power? So that is what is playing out now between Nigeria, Niger, and France. 3 countries. Headlog. And the war is getting closer. This pipeline, listen. You never chop this money. You just have some bit of data. And we thank God that some of you are listening. You might not like me, you might hate this platform, but the truth must be spoken on this platform. Because that is what she spoke until she died. That the Yoruba must be free from the bondage and the shackles of the Europeans. So listen, Ondo State has a lot of gas. Port Harcourt has a lot of gas. So if they are bringing gas out of Nigeria, they are using Yoruba land to take the gas out to European countries. And that is bringing friction now. This pipeline will run from Nigeria, Warri region. People, when they worry, you know, like make Nigeria break. Oh, okay. You go fataya. Just like they kill Kensarowiwa. You better be part of this, the amalgamation of Nigeria now. If you dey worry, my worry brother, my worry sister, when they go abroad, they suffer. They don't give you paper. You go through the chart, you go through this, you die for road, and you get gas. Your gas is being used by the Europeans. But that has been stopped now because there's a friction in one of the countries, which is Niger. So let's listen more. This pipeline will run from Nigeria Warri region through Niger to Algeria Assi Rimel. There it will connect to existing. So there is an existing pipeline. Pipeline continua. Oh, mo ton pe pipeline. How la se mama ṣàlàyé nǹkan fún yín tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan lórí platform. You must know what is pipeline now. Trying to see what I can use. Pipe. Big pipe. Where they go use gas, they go. After they destroyed the one coming from Russia, because they didn't realize that Russia and Ukraine go into gas both. They went under the water, they destroyed that one. Now they want to rely on the one from Nigeria. Because Nigeria is their Kokobe. Okay, somebody say use your gas pipe. Our gas and electrical they use. But you know what is pipe. You just know that pipe. But this one, they be big pipe. The gas go inside. As they come, they take them. When it gets to that depot, they have a big machine there because they know say Nigeria don't get light. But where it gets to its terminal, which is Algeria, Morocco, yes. Then from there, they will start distributing it. Spain, Italy, UK, France, everybody go, they take their own. While you stay there, they talk to you want Nigeria. And this country, they will not go give you visa. If let's put it this way, if they're going to take our resources, we must go to this country for free. And we can live there when we are tired with come back home. How many people agree with that? If Europeans want to take our resources, they must open their borders and allow Nigerians to come in and live without any immigration wahala. How many people agree with that? They're not going to do that. They will never do that. So why do you want to come and take our resources without having us to go into your countries? Because many of you don't want to live here, but you just want to visit this place and go back home. Because your home is your home. Your land, your ancestral land is what they want to take from us. And they are using proxies of the Fulanis to do all this fighting. While you're talking about Sharia, they are talking about bigger picture, but they are using Sharia to also distract you from the real problem. The real problem is about your resources, the gas. How many hours? Like they say 1 hour, 20 minutes. The pipeline, listen to this. I don't know mass. You where you know mass. Tony Ages Moke. Help me break it down in the comment section. How we go understand this kilometer. Because I don't know what is kilometer, what is, I don't know. I don't know mass. I don't know book. But I hate more way ever we break it down. This, there it will connect to the existing pipeline that transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Transport gas to Europe. Moki Mr. Joshua, Moki Bishop Adesina, Moki Joshua Adeyemi. You don't like me, but the fact must be said. No, I'm just saying that people that understand what I'm about to say now in the kilometer, just help us break it down that the distance. Just give me the distance. So what they are saying now, the pipe will be 4,128 kilometers long. Can somebody help me there? Lord Base, the person we know mass, Esaribami calculated. With Koiki, the 4,000 here, or maybe you break it down. Just use the smallest number that 1,000 will be from so place to. But what I know is that the 4,128 kilometers long could deliver up to 30 billion cubicles of gas per year. Pavilion TV. Banki baba ma sukumo. E kushe sa. Kò ní rẹwà o. Ìṣàtàgbédá ní gbogbo àjọ máa délẹ̀ lérí ni. Ìyá wa ní ká máa báṣẹ́ lọ. She didn't appear to me in the spirit, in the dream, but that is what she wants. The fight for Yoruba nation must come, and we must be strong for Baba Akintoye. This is not the time to pull anybody down. And this is not the time to go and give Baba Akintoye too much stress now. he has lost the most closest person to him. We come back there. 4,000, okay, 1,000 meters is a kilometer. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bamidele Aliyu. So the Europeans are preparing something for their own. But what are they, okay, let's put it this way. What are we going to gain in return for this 30 billion cubic feet of gas to be moved out of Nigeria? They should open their borders. And as long as you have a Nigerian passport, you should be able to live in any of the European countries without any restriction. That is the first key. That would not mean that we should not still break up Nigeria. If they're going to move 30 billion, do you know what 30 billion is? 30 billion of cubic gas. What if we move it from Nigeria, from Warri, and I'm sure they will take from other side as well, to European countries. The project was originally scheduled to open in 2015. Are you getting it now? 2015, that's when they go bring, say Baba, say Buhari, say Baba, say Buhari, Olori Buruku. Kilesosa, that's about 4 million meters long. That man, don't make me explain them in layman. 4 million. Moke Ayomi Kudamiju. This is the friction that is now playing out. Don't let anybody tell you that they're bringing French troops to help you sort Boko Haram issue. They need the gas. Without gas, European country will go all quiet. And you know what that means? Kima to elaborate it. If we don't have gas in Europe, everywhere go quiet after a very long time. Benny, Buhari Olori Buruku man, Oloshi, that Tinubu went and brought for us in 2015. This project was meant to start in 2015. So they negotiated with Tinubu that you are the spokespeople for Yoruba people. You have bought all your kings. They know that because Tinubu is a CIA asset. So that's why they were saying to Buhari Oloshi, go and speak to Tinubu, because that man is an intelligent man that knows politics. Yes, he knows politics. But the assurance was that if Tinubu is going to help Buhari to bring Sharia, to allow gas pipeline to go through, I must be the president of this country, regardless of whether I use a fake passport to travel to America, regardless of whether I was involved in drugs, regardless of whatever. And America say, that's fine. Because whatever Europeans are doing, they are consulting America. But the world is about to change with Trump coming to office. Trump is coming to office. Trump is going to destabilize the world. Trump is coming to office. The world going to change from next year. So this is where Yoruba Bodo think, use your brain. Quickly, because we only have 4 years of Donald Trump. Trump is coming to office because he's going to destabilize every goddamn thing that the Democrat has done. Hey, I love Obama. Obama did nothing for Africa. Rather, he created havoc for Africa. Money Orieto Iletima Kogbon. So what played out in 2015 behind the scene was that bring Buhari in. It's because Buhari can talk to the people in that side. That's why Buhari was building rail project, using every say. Baba Ekitimo Kinsa. On build Shiri Shilosini J. Yanje Awata Wanile. This project of the pipeline that will bring 30 billion. You know, not share the program. But I saw to Boni by. You know, not love the program. You know, give us money. Gas pipeline. Elomio Bori. Because they don't want you to hear, because the person where they're hungry, what they concern you with gas pipeline. Yet, We own gas up to that amount. Eloni 18 kg of gas in Nigeria today. Quickly. 18 kg. Mr. Luke Mamokinsa. Erin Job Julius. Good morning. Eloni wọ́n ta gas ní Nigeria. Ẹ bá mi ṣe kíákíá. Kò ní bàjẹ́ fún Pavilion TV. Mo kí ẹ bàbá lẹ́kìtì. Badada. How much is the gas in Nigeria today? Share, thumbs up, and love. No, we need money. Don't say money will come. I need money to run the operation of this media. BBC doesn't have money. They will not be able to operate. So nobody should tell me, don't worry, money. I'm not talking about money to spend. I have enough money. Look. I'm sure that there's nothing. These are all the rubbish from my house alone yesterday. Christmas gift, food, and everything. I am not begging for money to eat food. So don't come and tell me on my platform that money will come. No, money is not going to come because if people don't donate, money is not coming. You donate to support the Koikimedia. That's the money I'm asking for. I'm not asking for money to look. Only. My wife wakes up now, she start cooking. That is meat. I am not here begging for money to eat food. If I wanted to eat food, I will eat food. So don't come and tell me, oh, I need money to eat food. That is fish. Okay? So it's not money to eat food. It's money to run the operation of Koikimedia. Let me quickly pick the call of my mom. Remember. More Alori live program. Shaking point. All right. So, let's go back quickly. 1,700 naira for 18 kg. Is that the price? Okay, 17,000. Bishop Okodada. So the gas is 17,000 for 12 kg. 1 kg is 1,500, Mr. Akim Eshegoni. Is that the same price in every Yoruba land, in the southeast, in the north? Is that a price that is fixed or in Warri? Do you know that Warri should be free for gas? How many people agree? Those of you, Benny, we need money. This program must not stop. Somebody say we don't need money. Money will come. How is it going to come? If I don't talk, people do not donate. I see you now, they donate for Pella. He's currently in London, is it? That young boy. People go on his TikTok. They send him money all the time. What he's doing is good. I'm not here to condemn it. So don't come and tell us we don't need money. We are here. We need money. Eshojare, Mr. Cole. You hear me? Nobody should come and tell me I don't need money. And it is for me to remind people to support us. Babaleke is in Ekiti State. So that means it's almost the same price. 12 kg is 17,000. Do you know that 28 kg is 30,000 naira in Lagos? Bishop did delete it. And when we say support, it is voluntary. So what am I trying to say is that, so we have this amount of gas in Nigeria. Okay, you want us to keep Nigeria. Why then are we paying so much for gas in Nigeria? Kí ló dé tí Baba Lekiti gbọ́dọ̀ máa ra gas ní 17,000 ní Ekiti State? Ta ló tún wà ní another state? Ẹ fún mi ní another state quickly. Ẹ fún mi ní state yìí kẹ́ bá mi fi price sí. Kí ló dé tá à ń ra gas ní ọ̀wọ́n nígbà tá a ní gas nínú Nigeria? Because the European doesn't want us to have access to the gas, but they want the gas to be moved out of Nigeria and moved to Europe. The owner of the gas, they suffer. Thank you so much. Okay, Bishop will edit any. Any sorrow. Mo alori program. Make a decision, Abi. No. I still get it. Mo ti get it. All right, man. All right. No problem. All right then. You see how we get calls all the time? Because the work is never ending. Conference call. I am not on TikTok anymore. Hey, my audio must have been disrupted. I don't think the audio will come back. She will end the call. Okay. End it. Broadcasting to fail. We lost the broadcast So let's start it from here back, because this program is getting very interesting. So I'm just going to end, because that's why I don't like using this my private line when I'm doing program, because that's when people call and all that. Let me start the program from here. We lost the Facebook. Why are we paying a lot for gas in Nigeria if we have that amount of gas? In Lagos State, 15,000 naira. How many kg in here, sir? Brother me, pavilion. 15,000 naira. How much is that for how many kg? The program is getting interesting. So the reason why Niger is an important axis is because what big gas is that because I need to quickly start, because the call actually ended the Facebook. And people there will be like, flipping hell. So let me quickly bring this in. So we're talking about the joint project that wanted to be used from Nigeria. Mumbo, I want to quickly just start that. I'm begging you, share the program. This is what Nigeria needs to know, that Tinubu is pushing for a war that we cannot afford. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. So let's start this. Let me bring my external mic. It is important that Nigerians know what is happening, because when the trouble starts, Tinubu will run away. He will go on egg to France, where he will live with his children and wife, and he has created a problem within Nigeria. So let's post this. So we've started that, and I guess that is what I should have done at the beginning, but it's okay. So let's continue swiftly. We are talking about why gas is expensive in Nigeria. Muki Yawatoyi Dada Eshigoni. No, something changed. The Facebook is already crashed. Yeah, Facebook it's Koikimedia. We have 1, 2, 3 Facebook channel. One is a page, which is it's just an ordinary page for Koikimedia to do it. But we have one that is Koikimedia, then also linked with Koikimedia. So it's Mr. Perry. One in Nikorodu, 1 kg is 1,500. So and 18 kg is 27,000. Happy Boxing Day. So what I'm trying to explain is that if Nigeria has the good amount of gas, as we know now, why then the gas were expensive for our people? Not that it is cheap in Europe, but Europe doesn't have it. That's why it's expensive. Because they have to bring it from another country, which was Russia, until the war broke between Europe and Russia. Because Russia was almost going to be selling a good amount of gas to Europe until the fight between Russia. And let me tell you some numbers. Nigeria no need gas. It has gas, but the people are not enjoying the gas because the gas is being used by the Europeans to satisfy the needs of people living in the Europe. Super chat, that's a big money. If you want to give me a super chat, you can do so by going to the back end channel. OLAYOMI Koiki. Merry Christmas. But that is something for you and your loved ones because of the work you have done in 2024. And we expect you to pull up more and fold your shoulder. Thank you so much. So what am I trying to explain is that in 2021, Russian pipe gas supply to Europe was 155 billion cubic meters. I hope you remember what I said with Nigeria. I'm not talking about those of you that have just joined us on Twitter. How much a year gas supply are they expecting from Nigeria to Europe? Tebanoti, can somebody put it in the comment section? We're in a lecture room. We lecture here. Because this, apart from, you don't like my utterances, this is the platform that you will well be knowledgeable to know that the end of Nigeria must happen now to save millions of people. Okay, they're talking about gas. For 40 years, let's tap it that way, that we have been selling. Mr. Kayode, Mr. Kayode, answer is in the program. I know that it's a Sunday, it's a Thursday. Some of you are cooking and doing all that. So let me just remind us that 30 billion cubic feet of gas is what they want to use from Warri to Europe. Yes?
I need £10.
For what?
For charge for my clock.
Okay. All right. Later. I love you. So, if Nigeria can be giving them 30 billion, that is not even enough to what Russia was supplying before Kogunobere. Now they don't have that access to Russia market anymore. It has been cut out. Afiti Trump that day and stop funding Ukraine, because Trump said, I will not fund Ukraine anymore. We don't have that money. America come first. And that is why we say, Kabak by Yoruba country, it must be Yoruba come first before Igbo, before Hausa. Not that we don't like them. It must be Yoruba come first. Think Yoruba first. But it cannot happen if we are still running under Nigeria. So if Russia in 2021 was supplying gas to Europe to the tune of 155 billion cubic meter, 5.5 trillion cubic feet. In 2022, it was around 62 billion cubic meters and 28 billion cubic in 2023. All that stopped. You know why? Even though information is still saying that washing gas in Russia, even though they're telling us that they cut off everything. And I'm reading from a website here. Russia ready to export gas to EU via route bypassing Ukraine, official claim. This is 21 hours ago. Let's look at router. What happens when Russia gas to Europe via Ukraine stops? Explainer. Let's read that. So why am I explaining this gas? Because somebody say, wait, Koiki, when gas concern Yoruba nation, when gas, it is what Tinubu is going to use to bring war to Nigeria. Because Niger is the route where the gas will pass through. And Niger is coming out this morning to say, your president has collected money, Otigbaowo, France, to destabilize our country, and we will make sure that we fight to the last blood. So according to the routers this morning, and these are the reasons why the more we stay in Nigeria, and I was saying earlier on that for 40 years, we never enjoy petrol. Do you know that our petrol should be the cheapest in Africa? Our petrol, pure water. Go to Libya. Libya doesn't have a government, but petrol is the cheapest thing there. I want to be in Libya, I can't confirm it. But you say you have petrol, but you are suffering. You have gas, you are buying it at an expensive rate. Bubokini is why we are saying Kole work. One aton ota. A 12 kg is 12,600. You should not buy it not less than 600 naira. Atobi ajubelo. But the international community does not want you to enjoy your gas. They don't want you to enjoy your petrol. That is why Tinubu family can go and set up their refinery in Cyprus, the Ohando. They have their own refinery. That is why they want to kill the market for Dangote. But Dangote of after they collected money from Dangote, after Dangote paid money for the land, Ile, ancestral land, I don't think some of us know what these politicians are doing on our behalf. So let's read from the routers quickly. And this was dated just 3 days ago, December 23rd, updated 3 days ago. The headline is, what happens when Russian gas to Europe via Ukraine stops? Malta, about in sorrow, in help one in the comment section. We can't remember everything, especially when we are just moving at a very speed of sound. Eshegoni Mr. Arowolo. Let Tinubu family come out and deny that they don't have a processing plant in Malta. Malta that is 500,000. That means they can set up that same plant in Alimosho local government. Even if they have to take some of your land and move you to a better place and make sure that you are living a better life, they can use a part of Alimosho, if not everything, to set up the same plant. That is what Dangote was able to do. Using Nigeria Central Bank to build that is refinery. And after they finish building it, he doesn't have the resources to go inside to give him the finishing product. And I say to Dangote, you better sell that Dangote refinery because they will frustrate you out of business. Kaba that Dangote was also enjoying during Buhari, Kaba don't change handle. You had many people coming out. You had Lalong saying that the Kaba where Tinubu get now is not just local. He has Kaba as foreigners. The Khashoggi, those criminals, and many of them like that. You think that Tinubu that is in power will then continue to fund Dangote refinery with a crude oil? Everything they're coming out to say is no be juju be that. It's lies. Because Tinubu family wants to continue to bring their refined product from Malta, which is just 500,000. This is the why we are saying that Yoruba nation will stop all this nonsense. Nobody will refine our crude oil outside our territory when we have our nation. They don't burn that person. We stop that. European doesn't want that to stop because it's a market for them. It's a business for them that as long as Nigeria continue to refine outside, you will suffer. You will not get a job. You will continue to do ritualists and drugs. As the Igbos are doing drugs, the Yoruba are doing ritual. The Hausa, I don't know what they are doing. You see the Igbo man set up business. Chinedu, Emeka, and we now realize that it's drug money. We see the Yoruba thinking that they're going to make money. They don't make money. The fresh blood with somebody's human head, they find them for Yoruba people in Ogun State. But they think that that is how they're going to make money. When we are saying that, let's get a Yoruba country, set up the government that works for you and me, you will become $1 trillion person in just internet, technology. It's not a human head that you need to be rich. But the same people that we are telling, and if somebody's lucky, maybe they do that ritual, boya, become a millionaire. And the same thing with our Igbos. Electronics coming in, baga, all are drug. We know how this works. And they start setting up other ventures. And it's happening around the world. It's not just Nigeria. So let's read quickly. Moscow, Russian President Vladimir Putin met with the Slovakian President Robert Fico in Kremlin, on Sunday, a rare visit by a European leader to Moscow as a contract allowing for Russian gas to transmit through Ukraine nears expired. Benny, don't envy Mr. Rich Man. You don't know where he got his money from. There are people that are doing legitimate business in that region, whether they're Igbos or Yoruba, I'm not, but we know how it works. We saw Hush Puppy. The Yoruba are good in that. Hush Puppy. Eating chicken from Dubai. Wearing designer from Dubai. We know the end of it now. He's serving his prison sentence. We know we know the end of it now. Wants to save the daughter from kidney problem. When millions of Nigerians are at home, doesn't have access to adequate hospital for the same problem. Illness can start anytime, but you need the government to be there. I have a family friend that lives in this country with a kidney problem. Kolombawa Teteri, a donor, because it's very rare to get a donor for black people in this country. This, my family friend, have access to everything that they need to survive while they're looking for donor. You now, you have kidney problem. You are looking for people to donate 3 million, 2 million. When Yaya Bello stole 80 billion, bomb bastard, and you come here and tell us to shut up. You know, go better for your papa. I barely show you, I can always say. I'll leave your mother alone. Idiot all over the place. In Libya, the price of 18 kg is 20 dinar, which is just 4,200 naira Nigerian currency. People where they Libya, they tell me now, say, Koiki, help me mention this now. But in Libya, 18 kg for gas is what they call 20 dinar. Libya did not have, would not, until they saw their issues and their differences since Gaddafi was killed. They have two different governments, one in the north and one in the south. But yet, Nigerians go to Libya and they can build a bungalow back home for their loved ones. Nobody do that. A Nigerian leave Nigeria, struggle to get to Libya. What then is the purpose of Nigeria? That you say, it's not going to break, but in Jesus' name. In Jesus' name, Nigeria must break. Inshallah, it will break up so that everybody goes their separate ways. With this forced marriage, all living in denial. Èmi ló kàn, àwa ló kàn, gbogbo wa ló ti kàn. Go and see them all line up in front of Tinubu's house so that they can get, peanuts. That's even if Tinubu is going to give them anything. Yes, you can love your president and go and say, hello, president. If Tinubu was, if we're a Yoruba country, yes, if Tinubu arrived as if we're a Yoruba country, we have the right to go and see him and visit him. But don't go and line up for peanut. Idiot all over the place. And don't line up. Why don't I go and line up in front of number 10 Downing Street on Christmas Day and be asking for food? Even if I don't have, there's food bank in this country. If you don't have, you would have told them, notify them, they will bring it. You saw Lady K was pulling in that code. Lady K, you wear a grip. Don't war. Lady K is a Nigerian citizen living in Canada, well being looked after by the Canadian government. It no go better for you in a way the same way you keep Nigeria. Any shorire. Bomb bastard. Any shorire for keeping our people below par. Where innocent Nigerians going to line up in front of body lawn asking for food. Any kure. Wicked politicians turn our people into abject poverty. And you tell us to keep quiet. Abi, shut up, keep quiet, come back home. Come back home where there's no justice system. Kept Nnamdi Kanu in the dungeon there for the last 4 years. And you think there will be peace in Nigeria? There will never be peace in Nigeria until you release Nnamdi Kanu. Go, you see peace. Until you release Nnamdi Kanu, there will be no peace in Nigeria. Injustice. He has spent the 4th Christmas right in there, and they will fight to the last blood, the Biafrans. Let them get their act together. And I know Simon Ekpa will be out very soon. So come back up, come back up, come on, airport, come back up, come back up. I will live where I can eat 3 square meals, and I don't need to go and beg and come back home. I can be on the social media begging. Maybe when I come back home, I'm going to set up a charity organization, and then you end up come and kill people. As we saw when àníyàn tó dá ni Queen Naomi àti Oríyọmí àníyàn tó dá lọ́gbé jáde but olórí burúkú government òṣì tó ní ṣoríire tó sọ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa di pé everybody wọ́n ju ọmọ odindi ọmọ wọ́n jù sínú inú ọgbà yẹn àwọn olòṣì kò ń ṣe èèyàn ni mò ń bú àwọn olórí burúkú politician tó bá wá rí kí n má bú politician kò ní dá fún wọn náà ní ṣoríire ògùn máa pa ẹni tá bá ń bú politician lórí ètò wa tó bá ní ká má bú politician ó ní ṣoríire ni mo sọ fún wọn náà no go better for your papa. I watched the video of what Queen Naomi did in 2019. There was no single death in 2019 and she fed 5,000 people. What went wrong in Ibadan? If it's not the messed up government that kept our people below par, and turned our people into abject poverty. And we are here shouting every day that this is no longer visibly working. Tinubu cannot fix Yoruba land, not to talk about fix Igbo land, not to talk about fix Hausa land. Let everybody go their separate ways. Olushi Yoruba people will be telling you all kind of different analysis. As if they're no more than Baba Akintoye that tried to put his effort and input in 1970 during the Second Republic. My children have had their breakfast now. They will probably come back again in another 1 hour. You know why I'm laughing? This clock, when you see here, was one of the gifts I gave to my wife yesterday. As I want to look now, I say, I expect that to have put it on there. Because sometimes we are doing program, the one there before, we have thrown it away. You know, they told you, see, I'm sure it has been thrown away because we will not send that to Nigeria because it's not useful in Nigeria. Anyway, let me not stop pushing my hand in the breeze. Idiots all over the place. Idiots all over the place. It's coming up to 1 o'clock in the United Kingdom, 2 o'clock in Yoruba land, and if you want to call it Nigeria, that's your problem. Let's go back. So you can see that Tinubu ofe gbogun wa adem be Kábíyèsí Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ an be Awùjalẹ̀ an be gbogbo èyàn ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ caution President Tinubu pé ogun tó fẹ́ lọ torí bọ̀ ní Ukraine ní Niger kò kàn wá o. Let him be conscious of this because it is not going to be good for any one of us. We want to leave Nigeria, but fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ogun France àti Niger àti Burkina Faso àti Mali, because those three are now working together as one block. They are no longer part of ECOWAS, so they're not going to listen. And even if the whole of ECOWAS want to fight them, they have Russia as their backing. So why do we want to bring the fight of European and Russia into Africa? Let them continue to fight until Trump comes into office and stop funding Ukraine. Because Trump only funded anymore. Trump said, no, we don't have it. We're not going to fund it anymore. We can't be funding, something that can be look, and that is why we are saying that we don't need to go and kill each other. We can resolve things amicably on the round table. But the problem in Africa is that they don't want the round table to happen. Because the blood is always what they want. Plenty. So let's now cast on Yoruba. Russia gas. Let me use the rest of the 1 hour to talk about Yoruba nation. Maybe this will let both Naomi and Oriyomi to we see the great reason why we are standing for Yoruba nation. And I hope when it comes out, you'll be ready to start talking. And I'm talking about my brother Oriyomi Hamzat and Queen Naomi. And stop, we can start blaming them, but let's put all the blame on the government that failed every single part of Nigeria, from Anambra to Abuja to every part of Nigeria. But let's leave that. Let's come back to Yoruba conversation. Àwọn ọmọ Yoruba, àsìkò tá nídìí ara wa lélẹ̀. Àsìkò pé a fẹ́ lọ nísìn, à ń lọ nísìn, a máa lọ lágbára Ọlọ́run, lágbára gbogbo tó kálukú wa ń gbé dání tá fi ń bẹ Ọlọ́run. Ẹ máa rántí pé ẹni tí ó jẹ́ the closest person sórí bàbá wa Professor Akintoye ti jáde láyé o. àsìkò ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà kan lélẹ̀ ta need ní gbogbo platforms ní gbogbo groups àsìkò pé a fẹ́ jáde bàbá a máa jáde fún rally ní 2025 ẹ̀tọ́ gbogbo wa ní àsìkò yẹn because a ní nǹkan tá a fẹ́ fi jà but ní ni pé a fẹ́ pariwo síta fàgbáyé pé union tá à ń ṣe yìí kò ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ union yìí ti fail ó fail àgbàlagbà ó fail ọmọdé ó fail arúgbó ó fail omidan ó fail ẹni tó wà nínú oyún àjọṣepọ̀ wa àti nàìjíríà ẹ̀yin kọ́ ló ní lára àwa tá a jẹ́ ọmọ ìlú àti àwa tí a jẹ́ àjòjì tá à ń gbé ní Africa country àti European country àti Asia country àwa ló ní lára ọ̀rọ̀ nàìjíríà ò ràn kò ní àwọn olè agbénipa tó ń pè ní àwọn Europeans kò ní wọn lára o a sọ pé àwọn ọmọ wọn o torí àwọn ọmọ wọn àwọn ọmọ tó dá ni wọn à ń sọ pé àwọn tó di orí mú tó ń dìímú báyìí pé orí gbogbo yín a máa já wálẹ̀ a máa fìyà jẹ yín a gbọ́dọ̀ múra sílẹ̀ pàfẹ́ jáde. ìyàn kan ní Nàìjíríà happen to Yomi Hamzat ẹ tí omi tó gbọ́dọ̀ gbà má ṣe. Disaster happened. There's no doubt about it. But mo rò pé tẹ́bí bá jẹ́ in tó ń ṣe problem àwọn èèyàn wa èrò máa pọ̀ tó yẹn tó máa mú ẹ̀mí lọ. (2025) títí tá máa fi dé 26, 27 a gbọ́dọ̀ rántí pé a fẹ́ yẹ kí bàbá kí tó yẹ kó wa délẹ̀ lérí. How many people want that? Ẹ bá mi sọ pé yes in the comment section, and this is the time for you to comment. Even tẹ́ ẹ bá comment rẹ̀ ṣé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí bàbá Akíntóyè kó wa dé ilẹ̀ lérí? I need to see your comment now. A fẹ́ sọ fún Ọlọ́run tí gbogbo wa ń sìn ní mùsùlùmí ní kìrìsìtẹ́nì tàgbà fún ní tàwa tó níbílẹ̀ pé kí bàbá wa alànà Professor Adébánjí Akíntóyè kó kó gbogbo wa dé rẹ̀ lérí. Ẹ bá mi comment síbẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn èèyàn comment ṣe ààrẹ ni comment. Ká wá lọ sínú àdúrà o, ká lọ sọ fún, ká lọ tún sunkún fọ́lọ́run. Ọlọ́run ọba tó ń gbọ́ ni o, máa ní Ọlọ́run ò gbọ́, ìkọ̀kan wà tó ń gbọ́ igbe, bọ̀ ó dà pé igbe yẹn ò fẹ́ tó mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tún pa sínú inú gbígbàdúrà, ká lọ sọ fún Ọlọ́run, ká lọ bẹ̀, ká lọ túbá fún pé àníṣe ọ̀rọ̀ àwa àti Nàìjíríà yìí fi àpẹẹrẹ wọn wá kí ọdún 2027 kó tó di pé máa ní ibi tó tún máa sọ pé àwọn fi ṣe election o. Àgbà kọlù ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pè wá torí fóònù la fi ṣe program. Torí èmi mọ̀ dájú pé kò sí tí Ọlọ́run ò lè ṣe o. Ó máa dàárín wọn rú ni, kó bá wa dàárín wọn rú bí àṣàyà mi Dr. Mọ́wùnmí àti bàbá mi Prophet Adébáyọ̀. Àwọn ọmọ mi ti mú fóònù yẹn lọ ni mo dẹ̀ ti ń lo another device níbí báyìí. Mo fẹ́ play ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá wa Professor Adébáyọ̀. Wọ́n ní àwọn ṣàdúrà fún Nàìjíríà mọ́, èmi ò rẹ́ni tó sì tún ṣàdúrà fún Yorùbá nation. Gbàdúrà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó má di ọwọ́ àwọn àjòjì, kí àwọn Ìgbò má gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, káwúsá má gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, kí àwọn fọ́rínà má gbà lọ́wọ́ wa, kí ilẹ̀ yẹn ṣe àánú fún wa. Torí bàbá mi tí mo lọ bá sọ̀rọ̀, mo ti ráyè post video wọn ni. Kódà wọ́n send picture wọn sí mi lánàá, mo fún wọn ní flag. Bàbá yẹn wá ẹran ti audio release, wọ́n send ẹ̀ sí mi, inú mi dùn. Èyí tí mo sọ ni pé nǹkan tá à ń wò níwájú wa ó kù díẹ̀, àmọ́ kí gbogbo wa padà ká tún lọ sunkún fún Ọlọ́run pé ẹ̀mí tó ṣòfò nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ̀mí àwọn 35 tó kù yẹn ká fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Ó tó ká fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. kọ́lọ́n bá mi dákun ká má tún rírú ẹ̀ mọ́. Do you know the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Kò tí tó 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Kò tó 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 children ló kú ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Ká sọ fọ́lọ́run pé tó bá jẹ́ pé ó ṣì ń bẹ láyé ni tí àdẹ̀mọ̀ pé ó ṣì ń bẹ láyé wọlá àwọn ọmọ tó kú yẹn kó gbé Yorùbá nation fún wa láìpẹ́ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn kólúkálukú wa máa fún wa ní result tẹ́ bá ti ń pè wá. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ fi ikú àwọn ọmọ yẹn ká fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mùsùlùmí, gẹ́gẹ́ bí oníṣẹ̀ṣe, gẹ́gẹ́ bí kìrìsìtẹ́nì, ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ká fi sílẹ̀ náà for now. Ká lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn pé ṣé bó ṣe fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ni. Ṣèbí ó sọ pé ó ṣì bẹ. Ṣèbí ó sọ pé ó ṣì wà in existence. Torí àní gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ lẹ́nu àwọn bàbá Adébóyè. Nítorí ẹ̀kọ́ máa sọ fún wa nísìnyí yẹn pé ikú tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìbàdàn yẹn ká fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Ká fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Ọlọ́run, the pain is too much. Àfẹ́ni tí tó bá ní làákàyè ni kò ní mọ̀ pé in tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn is a big pain in Yorùbá land. 35 children. Ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Anambra kò ṣe the same thing. Ní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Abuja kò ṣe the same thing. À ń sọ ìran tàwa nísìn là ń sọ because a sọ pé think Yorùbá first. The pain is too much. Àwọn tí ọmọ wọn kú ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ló ń go through the pain. Àfẹ́ni tó bá ní làákàyè. Those are numbers, but they are not numbers. They are human beings. Títí di wákàtí ní orúkọ ẹnìkan nu wọn pé Musiliu kú, Túndé kú, Kúbúrátù kú. No names. But Ọlọ́run mọ orúkọ gbogbo wọn. Ọlọ́run ní ká wá lọ bá sọ̀rọ̀ ká fi gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì sílẹ̀. Torí that government are still ready to take more blood in 2025. Wọ́n máa mú ẹ̀mí tó pọ̀ lọ. Mo kí ẹ just reason. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi gbogbo ìtọ́ lọ lórí social media pé wọ́n fi wọ́n sí court. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi hàn sílẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Gbogbo àdúrà tó kù ká lọ fi àwọn ọmọ yẹn tó kú ká lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. In tó bá wà ní ká wá sọ fọ́lọ́run pé àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé ò sí ní ibi tí wọ́n ní owó àmọ́ ká lọ fi kọ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́rùn. Kó ṣèdájọ́ kó tú wálẹ̀ nínú dààmú tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Kí ló dé? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? Ọlọ́run ní ká lọ fi kọ́ lọ́rùn. Torí àwọn ẹni bí àwọn ẹni òkùnkùn wọn ò ní dákẹ́ wọn ò dẹ̀ ní dúró. They are ready to sacrifice more as we go into 2025. They will never be satisfied. Ẹni tó ń lo ẹ̀jẹ̀ fi ṣe operation kò ní ever wà satisfied tó ń ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ pé Koiki wá donate blood ká lè rí lò fún ẹni tó need blood yẹn. You've seen me donating blood in this country. Blood donation. Àwa ò fa ẹ̀jẹ̀ pé kó lọ fi ṣe jàǹbá fáwọn èèyàn. Àwa ń fún àwọn èèyàn ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ tiwa kó lè survive because ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n need ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn. Especially some of us that have this good blood. Tó ti sọ fún pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń bẹ lára yín ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó dání. Ẹ donate ẹ̀jẹ̀ fún wa. Ká gbé sí blood bank. Kò ń ṣe ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń mú bí àwọn olóṣèlú ló ń mu ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn. So gbogbo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn it's got to do with spiritual. It was a spiritual attack. And they knew that Yoruba people will react in different ways. And that is what we are seeing on the social media. When we should go back and ask the God of Yoruba land, the God of Christianity, the God of Islam. Kafilo kolonu. If not, it will be triple death again in 2025. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí aṣọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún àníri jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lórí ìkànnì ti Koikimedia láàárọ̀ yìí. Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run ọba abẹ́ni. A mọ̀ pé a ti ṣẹ̀, ó ti bínú sí wa. torí àwa tí a jẹ́ Yorùbá yìí náà là ń endorse àwọn politicians tó fi ní agbára. And that is why Baba Ezekiel, Baba Nasirullah, Prophet Tibetan, Adébáyọ̀, Muitiri Mayowa, bí wọ́n ti lọ sórí òkè, Baba má sunkún mọ́, àtàwọn tó da bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ káàrán ti orúkọ yín. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé that country àsíẹ̀ ti fàya. Kí ló máa ń sọ tí gbogbo wọn bá ń sọ wá ní ìtàjẹ̀sílẹ̀ tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà ti pọ̀ jù. Kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan tí whatever the God that we believe in tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ ó ní pé ká tẹ̀jẹ̀ sílẹ̀. Èèyàn lè tàjẹ̀ díẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ká fi ṣètùtù kò dẹ̀ wá sí nínú pátọ̀ ẹ̀ torí ẹlòmíà ní ohun oúnjẹ bọ àwa ń jẹ bọ́ ń tiwa torí ojoojúmọ́ là ń lo epo nulẹ̀ àfi ń dáná. Wọ́n máa ṣe ọbẹ̀ nísìn oríṣiríṣi ọbẹ̀ nìyá yìí máa sè, ó ti gbẹ́ran síta, ó ti ṣe prep yẹn sílẹ̀. Lóòótọ́ mo ò ní kó lọ bọ èṣù, bọ̀ àwa tá à ń bọ èṣù ẹ fi wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá gbà fún Jésù ẹ wọnú kúbíkù yín lọ kẹ́ lọ bá Ọlọ́run sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan, kí la ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo ibi tó kù sí kó má pẹ́ kó má jìnnà mọ́, kí intọ́ fi dé inú omi lọ dé sí ni, inú atẹ́gùn lọ fẹ́ sí ni, inú ibikíbi tó bá fẹ́ sí ni kó tú sílẹ̀. Ẹ rí gbogbo ìdààmú tó máa dé bá wọn, wọ́n dẹ̀ máa kú ní lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe jàǹbá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá pátá tá a ṣe fẹ́ mú 2025 ikú máa pa gbogbo yín lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni. Ẹ ní escape for the innocent death of those 35 children. Ẹ ní escape gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìkà àṣebí èèyàn torí pé ọkàn yín kò jẹ́ normal mọ́. Ọkàn àwa mẹ̀kúnnù ló wá normal. Ẹ wá mú ọkàn wa, ẹ wá fẹ́ turn against each other. Ẹ wá ń sa orí wa sí bíbà. Àwọn kan náà ti gba country àríbi tó gbà sí gbogbo ẹ̀ stand still irọ́ lọ́pàá. Àwọn kan ní APC làwọn tẹ̀lé wọ́n ọ̀dẹ̀ rí kankan jẹ́ nú ẹ̀ torí ẹlòmíì rò pé tó bá wà níjọba òun gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ń bẹ̀. Ó ti gbà wípé ìjọba gbọ́dọ̀ put formation láti lè jẹ́ kí system kó wọ̀ kó lè lọ dàgbà sínú system yẹn. Kí ló dé táwa dé sí ìlú òyìnbó tá à ń ṣoríire tá a ṣe jẹ́ olóṣì nílùú yìí? Wọ́n bí wa sí bíbá yìí ni, wọ́n bí wa sí bíbá yìí bọ̀ à ń ṣoríire nílùú yìí, à ń dá business sílẹ̀, à ń ṣiṣẹ́, à ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan, and we are surviving it even though it's not our system. Kí ló wá dé tó pé orí ilẹ̀ tí Ọlọ́run fún àwa tó ń pè ní land, the ancestral land of Yoruba land, kì máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìdí sí wa láàárọ̀ yìí. We are struggling as people to make it. We are struggling to make ends meet. A dẹ̀ sọ pé a ní gas, a ní gold, a ní human resources, a ní talent, and yet 35 children died. So gbogbo talent yẹn kí la wá fi ṣe? The wickedness of the people. Àwọn èèyàn wa yìí náà dẹ̀ ni. Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation has got to do with those that doesn't want it to happen. The elite, the politicians, and some of the kings. Ọlọ́run adé ṣe ìdájọ́ fún gbogbo yín. Bá ṣe fi mú ọdún tuntun yìí. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí o. Bye for now.